Turn that off.
Welcome to the NikkiRich Show. I'm your host, Miss Nikki Rich, and today we have an exciting show for you on this amazing Martin Luther King Day. We have a powerful, amazing brand that's in the house. I'm excited and honored to talk with Miss Linda and Eric Carpenter Graham. So excited to speak with you. And for anybody out there, make sure you connect, network, and build. And I'm excited to talk about everything you're working on because you have so much and have been awarded. So, with no further ado, we would like to welcome to the Nikki Rich Show, Miss Linda and Eric. How y'all doing?
Hey, Nikki,
Hello.
thank you so much for having us. We are super excited to be here. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, I'm so honored to talk with you. And today is a special day. It is Martin Luther King celebration. And I want to start out by saying you got a chance to meet his daughter. So, how was that?
Oh my God, that was amazing.
Hmm.
One night, Eric was praying for Dr. Martin Luther King and his family. And he was telling me all these things that he had learned in school. And so he kept saying, Mom, I hope they get to meet them one day. So I actually wrote Dr. Bernice King a letter. And when we went to Atlanta for our vacation, we actually went to the King Center and met her. And Eric got to sing for her. And what was that like for you?
It was amazing because you were telling me not to freak out, but you were the one who cried and
I
everything.
was. I did cry because what an honor. What an
What an
honor.
honor. And
Absolutely.
it's such an honor to even be talking with you today and to have that connection. I know it was meant to be here today on the Nikki Rich Show.
Thank you.
Yes. First off, let's get to know a little bit about you. Tell everybody where you're based out of and a little bit about, just your journey and your faith and applying that to your journey as well.
Okay. So, as you said, I am Linda Carpenter Grantham. I am the mother of this amazing young man next to me
Hmm.
who is 20 years old, highly functioning autistic. And we have a nonprofit titled the Bluerunway for Autism. And so we partner with Macy's and we partner with Fraternal Order of Police Lodge 89, which is located in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. And we host fashion shows for people with autism and other disabilities to promote positive self esteem.
Amazing. And I'm going to tell you, before we even started the show, everybody was in the house. Shout out to all the viewers out there that's tuned in. I want to take out the time to shout them out: Deborah, Pamela, Epic Entourage, Carletta, and so many more that's in here that I can't visibly see. And just to hear, your success with the partnering with Macy's and just to have a vision, of the Blue Runway. I love that. Blue Runway for Autism is truly amazing. Just to have that vision, I just want to commend you for that because I myself have connection with autism and I used to be a teacher for 8 years and I was a autism step coach. I created a step
Oh,
team. So yeah,
awesome. Awesome.
K through 5. So, that's why I really wanted to have you on the show as well, because I love your journey. I love your story. And it's so much. Eric has so much. I tell you, he is so inspiring to
Hmm.
me. And he's been through so much as a young adult, with those challenges. How did you overcome them, with your faith and how did you overcome the challenges that you faced to even keep going?
Well, because when you have God, you have everything, and so I kept going with God.
Come
I,
on,
the
Jesus.
only the only reason why I say that is because without my God, I will not be who I am today without Him.
Mhm.
And so, like you said, how did I overcome those challenges is because of God. When God's for you, who go against you?
Come on, Bishop.
So, so that's your answer. So it's because of it's because of God that I've been through these challenges, and no matter what, keep the faith and knowing that you're gonna be okay. And so when you have God, you have everything. And so that's why I overfaced them challenges and kept going.
And not only having the faith, God, when we have faith, God, He grants us so much. When you're a believer, with you being able to tell your story, show others, being a young adult, with autism, your story got picked up for a documentary.
That's
Mhm.
correct.
Wow. Amazing. How did you feel when you first got word that your story had got picked up for a documentary?
You know what? I was just like I feel like one of my prayers been answered because I remember 10 years ago I was just praying to God, like, God bless me with a TV show, or God bless me with a documentary so I could tell to the world about my story and everything. And so when I got that the confirms and everything that this will be a documentary about Eric's ID law and everything, I was just like, oh my goodness, this is a dream come true for me. And so as my mother, and I started to cry because, I thought God didn't listen to my prayer, but it take time and patience. And so I
Mhm.
was just like, thank you, God, for this miracle moment. And I just want to thank him, thank him. And so I'm excited, and I'm excited for the world to see this. And so we are really, really appreciative for Mr. Carlos King for doing this. And we want to thank him so much if he's hearing
Mhm.
this and
Mhm.
giving me the opportunity to open up the door for me. And so thank you, Mr. Carlos King, for doing this. I really,
Mhm.
really appreciate you as always. And thank you for doing this. So I hope you can hear this. And so thank you again, Mr. King, for everything.
Can you explain to us a little bit about Eric's ID law? What was the most important thing, as far as creating it? How important was it to you to create that?
You want me to answer that part?
Yeah,
Okay.
you do half of it,
Can
and
you
now
go
I can do her.
tell Karen where to go? I'm sorry. Okay. So when Mr. George Floyd was killed, I realized that I have an African American son with an invisible disability. Should he be stopped by law enforcement, what that could be like, how that could turn out for him. And
Mm-hmm.
so I created a scenario that I hope that he could understand. And so I told him, what if I took you to the movie theater where we live, you and some of your friends that have autism, and me and the moms of those friends are having coffee next door while you guys are in the movie. Something breaks out in the movie theater, and the police come to you guys, not knowing it's not you, but because you guys are all young males of color, they come to you and they're speaking to you in an authoritative voice, telling you, put your hands up, and I told
Mm-hmm.
Eric, put your hands up. Don't reach for your phone. That could become very dangerous. Yell out, I have autism. Yell out, someone call my mom, and yell out my number. So he started to cry and he said, Mom, I can do that, but the police would shoot my friends. And that was a real moment for us, because when I think about his friends that are autistic, they are all on the spectrum differently and they all respond differently. And so it could be very dangerous. And he said, Mom, we got to do something. And so, Eric has always been a child that loved God, that loves God deeply.
Mm-hmm.
And he also loves politics. So he said, Mom, can you please take me to Congress? I would like to have a talk with Madam Speaker Nancy Pelosi at that time about some laws that could keep me and my friends safe. And I was very proud of Eric. And I said, I'm super proud of you. And I'm going to do whatever I can do to help, get you there. And he came up with this idea. So he came to me and he said, I have this idea. And he showed it to me, what he was thinking, he wrote it down. And so this is what it looks like. He said, I want to get logos put onto the driver's licenses so that me and my friends could be safe if we get stopped by the police. And so if you can see that A there that says
Mm-hmm.
autistic on that part of the driver's license. And then he had did one for mental health as well, right there. And
Mm-hmm.
one for hearing impaired. And then the last one was the butterfly for all hidden disabilities. And
And,
Eric, you want to tell her about the butterfly?
and the butterfly represent hope, peace, freedom, and
Just put it
change.
up there while you're
And
talking.
inside of the colors is the colors that represent for all disabilities, all hidden disabilities. So this one would be mixed with mental health, autism, and hearing impairment. and all of them mixed together for people who don't want to show their disability, so they can allow to get their hidden disability and don't have to tell no one their disability. The police will know how to communicate with you, and this is why Aries ID law is important. And over, I found out that 19 states have it. I found out that Missouri have it now. Washington D.C. and Virginia have it. Florida have it. North Carolina, South Carolina. I can go on. So 19 states have it more. But that the DMV. Maryland don't have it, and there's been a confusing fight, but we are praying to God that we can get it done this year because sessions that started the second week of January. And so we are looking forward to having the hearings for both the House and the Senate.
And one thing too, Nikki, that I really would like to share, and this is why I truly want to thank you, and I also want to thank Jamila Saris Walker for introducing us to you. What a blessing, because one of the challenges that we've had is that unfortunately we've had some opposers who are not of color trying to stop this bill from happening. And their reasoning is they see it as a labeling. They say car insurance may go up, and they say that medical records may be exposed. Well, they see it as labeling, and we see it as saving a life. It's different. Yeah, it's different for people of color when you're being stopped by law enforcement and you have an invisible disability like bipolar, dementia, autism, or whatever, Asperger's, whatever it could be. It's a possibility that they will hurt, harm, or kill you, being a person of color now. And so when, people who are not of color are trying to stop this from happening because they see it as labeling, and this is a voluntary selection. Please let me just state that loud and clear. This is a voluntary selection. It makes it difficult to even understand why is this an issue. And one of the other things that we learned when Eric and I started this is we met this lady who was a former delegate, and she has a son with autism. Her name is Rachel Jones, and her son is autistic. He's around maybe a little younger than Eric.
Yeah, he's younger.
And she tried to do a bill very similar to ours in 2022. We did not know her. We did not know anything about her story.
Yes.
And the same exact opposers got her bill shut all the way down. And so when we started this process and we learned about her and we spoke with her, and she shared with us, and she asked me, well, who are your opposers exactly? And we shared with her, and she said, they're the same opposers that she had, and they got her bill shut all the way down. She said, this is a racial thing. And I just couldn't believe it. And I had a conversation with the Senator Will C. Smith, who is sponsoring the bill, about all of this. And he told me and Eric, he said, listen, it's very important that you have this hearing room absolutely packed to the max with supporters who want to testify in support of this bill, because these opposers have a very strong voice in the disability community. So thank you for having us on your show. I pray to God that our voices filter through the world through your show. And I know you know a lot of important people, Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry. I know that you know all these people because I've watched your show. And I pray to God that they hear our voice. I pray to God that they come in some kind of way and support and help us with this, because they are strong people in the world and they have a strong following, and we need that. We need that. So thank you so much for having us.
And we are so happy to announce that the Legislature Black Caucus of Maryland, and actually the sponsor for the bill is Delegate Janelle Wilkinson, Delegate Kim Taylor, and Senator Will C. Smith for the Senate side. And Delegate Janelle Wilkins is the chairwoman of the Legislature Black Caucus of Maryland, which is the largest Black caucus in the country. She is sponsoring our bill. And last week, me and my mom found out that one of their priorities for the Maryland General Assembly they have a press conference, and Aries ID law is one of their priorities for 2025.
Thank God.
So we want to thank them. We want to thank Delegate Janelle Wilkins, Delegate Kim Taylor, and Senator Will C. Smith for their hard work on this bill, and everybody else who are involved with Aries ID law. Thank you to all and everybody who have done Aries ID law and have done a really good job.
And Ms. Whoopi Goldberg.
And thank you to Ms. Whoopi Goldberg and Sherry Shepard.
Yes.
Thank
having
you.
us on their show.
And having us on their show. So
We're
thank
gonna
Mhm.
you.
get to everything to y'all, but I also want to tell you, before I even came on the show, I was just going over some emails, and I don't think you know how big it is, because even for me posting you on the show, I took an email from Africa today,
You
from a
breaking up.
teacher from Africa. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah,
you now.
you was breaking up actually.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
No, you
I
good.
was I was saying, I don't think you know how big it is, because I was checking my emails prior to this interview, and a teacher from Africa that also has I think a nonprofit. I didn't really get, I just skimmed over, but she also works with autism, and that's what I'm saying. Your story, your journey is powerful because it's reaching the world, the
Oh
masses,
wow.
not even just here, in the United States. It's reaching everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That's awesome
I
to
gotta
hear.
check it to get all the details, but I'm just letting you know how amazing and how powerful your story is.
Thank you, Nikki.
Thank you.
Yes,
You
it's
so
reaching the masses. I know you getting it done in Maryland, but you reaching Africa too.
Thank you so much. And one of the other things I wanted to share with you is that when we did go on to Sherry's show, we received over 1 million views on her Instagram and comments. And
Mhm.
so we've been receiving, I've had so many emails that I can't even return them all. And
I know.
one of the questions asked is because we have not been able to share with the world about the opposers. So
Mm,
people don't know why this bill hasn't passed until now. I'm speaking to you and a couple of other folks. However, one of the things that that I wanted to share with you about that is that now we are meeting with a couple of congressmen
And women.
about, yeah, and congresswomen
Yep.
about making this federal bill, not just a Maryland state bill, but we're working with the Maryland state bill first. And then
mhm.
we're praying to get passed. And then we're going to move forward to see if this can become a federal law, because people are writing to us saying, please get this to be a federal law. I'm concerned
Yes.
for my loved one here. I'm concerned for my loved one here, So, yeah, I just wanted to share that.
And since we've been on both of those big platforms, we a lot of people didn't know that their states have something similar to Aries
Hmm.
ID law.
Hmm.
And so they asked us, can they get Aries ID law in their states? And I have replied to those messages and say, your state have it and you can get it from here. And they said, thank you. And so I went on my Instagram page and told people, here are the states that have something similar to Aries ID law. And I got edit that now because I found more states. But to those who want Aries ID law, please look at my Instagram page and you will go down a couple, and like in July, and you will see all the states that have it. So I
Is
hope.
it a separate ID, or is it also goes on your regular ID or your driver's license?
So we're hoping to get it where you can select it to go on your state ID.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
That's what we're hoping for. Um, and I just wanted to say I received a couple of text messages that just now. I just wanted to give a shout out. Say thank you, Arena and Jamie Taylor from Love and Marriage
Yeah.
DC. They're on here watching. Thank you, Martin Mitchell,
Mm-hmm.
for being here. Thank you, Reggie Till Graham, and everyone else. Thank you guys so
And
much.
shout out to Woodstream.
Yes, shout out to Woodstream.
And shout out to Maryland.
Shout out everybody that's tuned in. Thank you guys for watching. Now, I know we talked about a little bit about Blue Runway, but I want to get to the accolades too, because y'all have been achieving a lot. You received a proclamation. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, because I live in Montgomery County, and so council member, now vice president of the council of Montgomery County,
Mhm.
Will Jawanzo, he honored me with a proclamation for All to the World Month last year.
Mhm.
And
Hmm.
and he thanked me for all my work for Aries ID Law and what I do for the autism community in Montgomery County, Maryland. And so he gave it to me, and I appreciate him for that. And I'm truly, truly grateful for him for that, and Montgomery County, and because I know I got their support for Aries ID Law. So thank you to all the council members for all their support for Aries ID Law.
Hi, Reggie. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in.
Hey,
And
brother Reggie.
and not only that, you created a music video as well. He woke
Yeah.
me up.
Yes, ma'am.
How was that experience? I know that's a little different. That's a different area than what you're normally doing. What was that experience like?
It was during the pandemic, so it was hard to have a lot of people to come and be involved with the video. And the reason why I made the song is because when people was dying from COVID, and may all their souls rest in peace who had passed away from COVID. And so I told my mom that one day, came into her room during the pandemic, and I said, I know, let's make this song that I made up called He Woke Me Up. And the song represent is, even though people are dying, but we still thank God that God woke us up. And so that's why I made the song.
Can we expect any more videos and songs?
Well, let's get Aries ID Law password. That's my important priority right now.
Get an Aries ID video.
And let me get my degrees. Let me get my college degrees first.
But you don't never know. Like, that might trigger Aries ID Law to move a little faster.
Well, let's see what God has for me. I trust him with all my life. Yeah.
Yes. Shout out to Miss Pamela. Hi.
Hey, Miss Pam.
Hey, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I know we talked about you being on the Sherry Shepherd Show, but you are also on The View as well. Getting that opportunity. That's pretty. I mean, you were on these prime time TV shows telling your story, sharing the Aries ID Law, what you're trying to do and push it, and make a difference. What was it hard, with trying to get on? Because everybody can't just get on TV, national TV.
Yeah. It was God's choice to go on The View and Sherry Shepherd.
Yes.
And so I remember we were inside the studio, and me and my mom was like nervous and everything. We were like shaking and everything. And so you couldn't tell, but when we were on the Sherry Shepherd the studio, my mom can recognize I was shaking my hands really hard. So she was like holding my hand to stop it. But people couldn't tell. But yes, I was nervous. And so as my mom, we were more nervous going on The View. We were nervous because it was more crowded. And we were just nervous. We were nervous, but we trusted God, and we did okay. And how do you feel, Mom?
I was super excited, super excited to be there, and in disbelief, and just in a moment, there's a moment when I'm actually sitting on Sherry's couch, and I close my eyes, and I'm just like thanking God, because I can't believe this is really happening. It's just all God. The whole thing, the way it all happened, everything.
And me and Miss
God.
And me and Miss Whoopi Goldberg was just an honor, because my mom is a huge fan of her, and so as me.
Me too.
And I would never
media legend.
In my whole entire life, I would be on a TV show with Miss Whoopi Goldberg. I have been a huge fan of her for all these years, and so just going on that show and me and her, it was emotional, actually, me and that woman. God. She's a legend. And what she have done is so
EGOT winner. She's an EGOT winner, legend, everything. We love Whoopi.
She's a beautiful spirit. God knows. Really is.
And my mom was crying too.
I was, because she explained to us once we came off stage that she is in full support of Aries ID Law. She's been incredible through this whole process. She really, really has. Yes. And I'm just grateful for her. And so has Sherry. Sherry intentionally had us on her show in April for Autism Month, because Sherry has a son with autism as well. So, it was just an honor to be there, an honor to be with both of them, just blessed, just a blessing from God. just a blessing from God. And we want to thank Miss Michelle Harley, who actually was responsible for playing a part in getting us on the Sherry Show. And I
Mm-hmm.
know that that was nothing but God the way that happened, because she actually works for Bethesda Theater. Didn't know this lady, and wrote a letter about Eric meeting Sherry. And Michelle normally would not have engaged with management for any of the celebrities that come to that theater. But God led her to do that. And she called me the next day and she said, Sherry's manager is going to call you. I just couldn't believe it. She works in the
Wow.
box office, but she went out of her way to do that. And Sherry's manager did call me and invited us to the theater and treated us royally. And then Sherry said, we talked to Sherry about this law. And Sherry said, you guys are coming on my show. Love Sherry, and Whoopi the same way. The same way.
Love them all.
I'm sorry. Can I acknowledge one more person, Miss Nikki? The mayor, Mayor Casey. I'm sorry, Mayor Casey is on here as well. Hi, Mayor
Hi,
Casey.
Mayor.
Hi, Miss Ogretta, and everyone else. So many others. Hi, Miss Vonda.
It's
Miss
so
Vonda's
many
in
people
Arizona,
that
so we say hello to
I
Miss
can't see everybody, but comment, y'all. I can see you. Make
Vonda.
sure you comment. Let us know
Thank
you're
you guys
here.
for watching.
Thank you for all y'all support. Thank
Hi,
you.
Jamila.
Yes. And I want to go back, real quickly to the Blue Runway again, because I want to tell you, you always step out, Miss Linda. You and Eric do not have step when it comes to fashion. Even look at you today.
Thank you.
Thank
Listen,
you.
this is because I had to wash my hair. I go to hairdresser tomorrow, so I just threw this thing on my head. But thank you.
A
Thank you
shout
so
out to
much.
Sassy Jones though.
Oh my gosh. Shout out to Miss Sassy Jones, Sharice Jones, who is a designer.
That
Just
girl like it too.
incredible, incredible black woman.
Yes. I definitely have to give you your props because you
Thank you.
always look amazing and
Thank
you
Yes,
you.
represent, that runway, that blue runway. I love that.
Ooh.
Tell me, what has been your most favorite memory, of the Blue Runway fashion shows? Tell us, what was your favorite memory?
Woo. My favorite memory is every fashion show. To see these kids, well, they're Eric's age, most of them are 20, but they're kids to me. Um, some of them, when you first meet them, they're very shy. Some of them don't speak a lot. Some of them are withdrawn, just in their own who they are. But
Mhm.
when they get on that runway, there's somebody else. I tell them put their sunglasses on and they become somebody else totally. I mean, they take that runway and they let you know I am a superstar walking up and down that runway. I mean, this one young man we had last year, um, he is kind of nonverbal a little bit. And I told him, I said, say I'm the man, say I'm the man. And when he got on that runway, he said, I'm the man, I'm the man. And it was just mind blowing. We couldn't get him off the runway,
and,
but they love it.
and the funniest part was the same person my mom's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It was my turn. He was like, move out the way.
He didn't
And
let Ed get
so
his turn.
so I was like, I'm gonna let him enjoy this moment because that's what it's all about. Blue One Way want them to feel good about themselves, and they are
Yes.
different. They different when it's
Mhm.
time to get on
Mm-hmm.
that one way. And so says it brings tears to me, my mom's eyes, and we are happy
Mm-hmm.
that they
And
feeling this way.
one other young lady whom I'm very close to, her name is Jasmine.
Mhm.
Jasmine shares on my runway that she has bipolar, and so
Mm.
I just appreciate that so much because people will stereotype you, but Jasmine takes that opportunity and she talks to the world to let them know, see me, I'm still here, I'm beautiful, I have a heart just like everybody else. I'm incredible. And that's what I want her to do is come on my runway, educate people, her and Miss Carletta, I'm sorry. Miss Carletta has cerebral palsy, I think it is. And
Mhm.
they come on my runway and they talk about, what they go through and just to educate the world about, don't treat us different, love us. We're people too. So we encourage it. It is for autism, but we also invite others that have disabilities.
It's all disabilities at
Mm-hmm.
this point.
And
Yes.
Tisha Campbell, the actress, her brother Tay, he's on my runway.
Sometimes.
And Tay is a brain injury survivor. We love Tay. So yeah,
That's
it's a
me.
beautiful.
I'm
I
a
wish
brain
you would
surgery
come. You need to come to my
brain
show,
surgery
April the
survivor.
12th. April 12th. You need to come.
That's close to the Nikki Rich Show anniversary.
Oh, okay. Okay.
uh, but you know what? Just listening to you, I know you focus on Eric's ID, but have you ever thought of, creating your own fashion week during the fashion
Hmm.
week time, for autism or disabilities, all disabilities?
I have not ever thought about that. I guess because, Eric and I have just been so super, super busy, especially lately. I retired in April. I'm sorry, I retired in April from the government. And so ever since I retired, I've been more busy just focusing with Eric on Eric's ID law. And
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had a moment. So, it's been a lot.
But it's been good trouble
It's
though.
it's been good trouble. Thank you. Yes,
I
it
John
has.
see
Lee.
we got TMC Fashion Academy international designer in here, Therese Marie. She says, "Hey Nikki and guests, oh my God, I'm a fashion designer, Therese Marie. Please share when the next fashion show, and she will be there. And she's based out of Milwaukee, and she works with everybody, SWV, Dietrich Haddon, and
Oh
she's
my God.
did Cannes Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week, everything."
Well, hi, Miss Marie. Please come. It's April the 12th, Saturday, April the 12th. It's a free event. We just ask everyone to wear something blue in support of autism. You will love the show. In between the kids getting changed into the clothing, while they're changing, we have someone to sing, someone to dance. We also have advocates come. We have a family to share. It's wonderful, and it's a brunch too, and it's a free event. And so the Fraternal Order of Police Lodge 89 in Upper Marlboro, they donate their lodge to us. They donate the catering, everything. It's just a wonderful, heartfelt event, and I cannot say that without acknowledging my vice president, Miss Rami Scott, who is
My
also
godmother.
Eric's godmother, who is just an incredible
Human
woman.
being.
Oh my God, her nephew is one of Eric's close friends, and he's autistic. But Rami is just, I love that lady. I just can't tell you how much.
You and my
Thank you, Rami, if you're on here.
and my to my godmother, I love you and thank you for being the best godmother.
Hmm.
Now, what is next? What's coming up for 2025? But you just told us about April the 12th. What else can you talk about that's coming up?
I can talk about in a few days, Eric will be going to New York to receive an award from Dr. Oz, the Beacon Award, which will be presented to him through the Ellis Island Honor Society in New York. They saw him on The View and nominated him for this amazing award. And they explained to me that the award is being given to him because he's a minority who uses his life to impact the world and
Mhm.
change the world with his own life. So we are just super honored by that. So we'll do that at the end of this week. We'll meet Dr. Oz and get that award.
Mm-hmm.
And then Carlos King, who is a producer on the Oprah Winfrey Network channel. He has several reality shows: Love and Marriage DC, Love and Marriage Huntsville, The Bells, and a few others. Carlos King is actually documenting our story, so he's doing a documentary about Eric's ID law. He too has a nephew with autism, so he's following our mission to get this bill passed.
Mhm.
And so he's doing a documentary about that, and so we are super excited. We don't know when that will
Ever be
finish.
released.
We don't have an idea when it will be finished, but they do send out the producers to film us when we do certain things. And hi, Jamie, if you're on here. Jamie's one of the producers that works closely with Eric and I from that show. And what else can we tell them? So many
In the
things.
magazine.
Oh, we have a magazine. It's a magazine release party on Friday. This Friday through Vision and Purpose magazine. They selected Eric and I as community heroes in their magazine. So they did a story, and they're going to be doing some filming live on Friday for this magazine release party. So there'll be some politicians there. We're hoping that the delegates that are working on the bill will be there as well. The community. Jamie Narena from Love and Marriage DC TV show. Um, we're hoping that everybody comes out and support that mission as well. And if Aunt Nikki is on here from Houston Family Empire, that's one of Carlos King's other shows.
Yes. Hi,
Aunt
Nikki.
Nikki, Aunt Nikki and I and Eric we've bonded.
Yes.
We love her and her family. They are awesome. So Nikki,
Mm-hmm.
thank you if you're on here. We look forward to
Nikki
seeing
Handy.
you. She's coming too to the fashion show.
Okay,
Um,
yay.
so yeah, what else, Eric? We got so much, and we've been meeting with a lot of Congress about this becoming federal. What else? What else can we share about that?
Every meeting was well. Every meeting was good.
Oh my God! And Mr. Martin Mitchell, he shared some news with us a couple of nights ago, about 27 cities from Prince George's County have, what's the name of the?
It's the MCGCMA. Prince George's County.
You have to look it up. But they're under the 27 cities here in Prince George's County, Maryland. They also have made it a priority for Eric's ID law. So that is huge. That is huge. All 27 cities of this area in Maryland have made it. It's Prince George's County Municipal Association have made Eric's ID law a priority. So we are just thanking God, and we're just praying that it continues.
And we pray that this bill will get passed to save lives. It's about saving lives.
It's on its way. It's happening.
We don't have a date for the hearing yet, Nikki, but as soon as we get it, I'm hoping and praying there's a way that you will allow opportunity for us to come on and share that date, because we're asking people to come from everywhere for the hearing.
Yes, most definitely. Now, where can the viewers go and learn more about you, your brand, and check you out if they want to support, donate, any kind of way? They want to give their love and support. Where can they go to?
www.the Blue Runway for Autism. That's our website. And they want to send an email. Eric, you want to tell them?
At Eric, ERICS, idlaw@gmail.com.
Okay. Well, I want to say thank you for being our guest. Thank you to Epic Entourage, Miss Jamila, for, just connecting us,
Yes.
and we love her. She got to celebrate my birthday with me, and she's just amazing. Yeah, in Atlanta. I had it in Atlanta. So she came to Atlanta, and it was just amazing, and been knowing her for many years. And Facebook got us on there for a year today. They said today is y'all 1 year friendship anniversary, and we like, I've been knowing her for so many years.
Yeah, Jamila is awesome. I mean, I want to thank her as well, because when we came to Atlanta to visit with our very close friends, but we really feel like they're family, Mr. and Mrs. Henry King, Miss Gardenia King. If you're on here, we love you guys in Atlanta.
We love y'all.
When we went to visit them, Jamila drove all the way from Tennessee to interview us on her show in Atlanta. And then she came here to Bethesda Theater when the Bethesda Theater had an event for us. So Jamila, I love her. She always says, y'all family now. I'm like, yeah. So, we just appreciate her. So we want her to know, Jamila, thank you for every single thing. We appreciate you. We love you.
And I want to say one last thing. Shout out to LA over there. Fire. We pray for the victims.
It's been rough.
We pray for the people who have lost their lives. And thank you for the first responders for their sacrifices to stop that fire. So we just pray for LA right now.
Yeah.
It's been a lot going on. It was fire. It's like where I live I'm in the valley where the fires are, and I'm pretty much in the middle, and the fires was surrounded. And as one get close, God protection, they will put it out. And even my friends was like, the fire is near you, but they putting it out real fast. It was one just close, the one from Calabasas right there. They had the one on Sepulveda, and they was just naming it was like different fires, and it was traumatizing because you get a real alert, and then you get a fake alert. We have fake alerts going out, so they saying, "Hey, you gotta get up, and
Oh,
get out." So it was just a lot going on, and thank God we got through it. We're getting through it. It's still fires, but it's calming down a little bit. So we just want to pray for everybody that has lost their homes, lost their lives, because a
Yeah.
lot of people have lost their lives and they still finding people. But just keep LA County, the surrounding areas, not only LA, it's other cities on the outskirts like Malibu, the Palisades, it's just a lot of different cities around LA. So and pretty much LA County, and
Mm.
just pray for LA, because it went to Hollywood, Sunset. It was just,
oh my.
different parts. But just pray for the whole entire, California, I would say, because it's not only that's happening, the winds, it's different things happening. And I would just say everybody pray for the world, healing and restoration, so that's we need prayer, period.
Absolutely.
Right now with everything that's going on. And for me, I just say get right with God. He is on his
Yes,
way.
ma'am.
He is coming. If you
Yes,
know the
ma'am.
Bible, it shouldn't be shocking to what's happening. We was told when we was young things would happen, and it's as we grew up, and it continues to happen. If you read your Bible, you study, you know what's going on. It's not a shocker. So you just have to be ready, you know, and get ready for the comeback because it's coming.
Yes,
I would tell anybody, but I'm so thankful to have you on, and we want everybody that's on here right now because I want to go on Instagram real quickly with y'all if y'all don't mind. It'll just be like 5 minutes. Head
sure.
over to Instagram, the Nikki Rich Show on Instagram, y'all. If y'all are here, go to the Nikki Rich Show on Instagram, and we're gonna take it there real quick because I have amazing audience on Instagram as well. So I like to, go to everybody, and I want to introduce you to them as well, if you don't mind.
Sure, absolutely.
Sure.
Yes.
I hope my guests
Well,
don't mind that's on here visiting. Can you guys please go to the Nick? What is it, Nikki Rich at Instagram?
the Nikki Rich Show. I'm gonna spell it out: TheNikkirichShow. The Nikki Rich Show on Instagram, guys. The Nikki Rich Show. You will see a green logo,
Oh, say
and
hi, Captain Pooh.
Yeah.
Hi, Captain Pooh. Love you.
And love you, Latoria.
Toya, love you.
Hi, everybody. But I thank you so much for taking out the time to come on the Nikki Rich Show. And we're so honored to get to know you and everything you have coming up, far as Eric ID Law, as well as, the Blue Runway for Autism and so much more. Hopefully we get more music videos and
Yeah, Eric, we gotta get you start do another song
Let me
here.
get Eric's ID.
Mm-hmm.
That's my
But
priority.
thank you again for being our guest. Much love to you. And thank you, everybody, for watching the Nikki Rich Show. Make sure you subscribe because we got some major interviews coming up. I just confirmed a big interview today with the USDA. We're going to be interviewing them on February 5th in regards to the food and the Super Bowl. So y'all got to tune in. Make sure you subscribe to Nikki Rich Show TV. Thank you, Miss Deborah Ferguson, for tuning in and supporting.
Oh, Deborah, thank you for being here.
Thank
Love
you.
you.
Yes. Thank you so
I get
much.
to go
Thank
ahead and
you to
introduce,
everybody. I'm going to go through real quickly before we go. Thank you
Miss
to Miss
Eric.
Deborah, Reggie,
Mhm.
Mary White, Carletta, TMC, Fashion Academy, Pamela,
Oh, my God.
Nicholson, Flora, Keisha Poole, Yvette, Barbara, Vonda, Pam, Pamela. I see it. I'm coming through. Epic Entourage, Jacque,
Mhm.
Vanessa, as well as Michelle McMorrison, Carletta. I'm going through, guys. Thank you so much. From what I can see, thank you for watching the Nikki Rich Show. We're heading over to Instagram. Much love to you guys. Have an awesome Monday. Let's continue to celebrate Dr. King, guys. We got to do it. We got to keep that legacy going and keep the movement going. Let's move forward. Thank you guys for watching the Nikki Rich
Thank you
Show.
guys. Thank all of you. If you don't go over to Nikki Rich on Instagram, I hope you can, but if not, thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank, thank you so much. Thank you for watching the Nikki Rich Show.